So I've literally been sitting here staring at my camera for the past 15 to 20 minutes. You guys ever get creator's block? Yeah. Well, that's why today I want to talk to you about today's sponsor. Who am I kidding? My video is not sponsored by anyone. It's sponsored by me and yours truly. But anyways, I haven't posted in a while, so I wanted to come on here and just kind of keep up with the posting and the content. I haven't really had a whole lot. I mean, I probably could have posted some stuff, but I have been so extremely busy. Some of you know in my previous posts, I posted some posts with me working at the post office. I'm still working at the post office, but I'm not going to do what I was previously doing. You didn't know, I drove like an hour and a half. I would drive like an hour and a half from home to work every day. I'd get up at 3:30 in the morning, leave my house by 4 o'clock, and I would drive clear to, you know, it was really far away. I know a lot of you know that I live in Texas, but just for privacy reasons, I don't really want to say exactly where. Dallas Fort Worth is where I worked at, and it got to me. It got too bad. And there's some other things that go on, so I'm not gonna be doing that anymore. I'm gonna move into a different department. So in the meantime, I've just been doing my own little hustling to try and make money and stay busy. And honestly, I've stayed busy. It's kept me pretty busy. So I thought maybe I would just come on here and just talk and tell some stories. Everybody always has a story. I'm sure I could think of some stories. So if you guys haven't already, if you would, please subscribe to the channel. That's probably boring, but you're here anyways. You're here scrolling, looking for videos to watch. Some of my videos are funny and exciting. This is probably not going to be either of those. Yeah, I'm just going to come on here and ramble about nothing at all. Absolutely nothing at all. Actually, I have a cool story. This was probably back in my early 20s. I'm 46 now, so it was well over 20 years ago. And I don't even remember how I acquired the car. I acquired a 1985 Monte Carlo SS. And at that time, I was stoked. I thought it was the best car in the whole world. At the time that I got it, it didn't even have a windshield in it. I remember, I'm going to laugh, I remember driving it from wherever I picked it up to my home where I lived, is probably about 20-30 minutes away, with no windshield in it. Like I didn't care, I just drove it. Ended up buying a windshield, trying to install it myself, and did a horrible job. Absolute horrible job. When you're a young kid and you don't know what you're doing and you're trying to, that was me. I did a lot of things that I didn't know how to do, and I probably shouldn't have been doing. Anyways, I had this car for a good while. I'd try to do some work to it and fix it up. For some reason, someone had cut a huge hole in it for a sunroof. Like someone had mocked it up and cut the hole for the sunroof and then just never finished it. So it had a huge hole in the roof where a sunroof was supposed to go. And I remember, because it had sat for so long, I jacked it up behind my dad's house in this little makeshift shed or garage that probably would have fallen down if we got a big gust of wind, but nonetheless, I used it. I jacked it up, I put it on blocks, took all the wheels off it, took all the wheel cylinders off it, the wheel hubs, did all the bearings, the seals, did all new brakes on it. It took me a while because I was working and wasn't making a whole lot of money back then, so I did what I could. So the car sat for a few months until I finally got all the parts that I needed and got it back on there and got it rolling. I started driving it. And I remember, because of the big hole, I tried to patch it with stuff. I remember the windshield leaked because I had done such a horrible job on it. The sunroof that I had tried to patch and tried to do had leaked horribly. And actually later on, throughout owning that car, I found someone to kind of weld me just a metal patch plate up in there, and we took some Bondo and bonded the holes. I would never do that today. I would never do that today. I don't even know why I did it back then. I was a dumb kid, and someone came up with the idea, and I was like, hey, yeah, let's do it. I'm tired of this thing leaking on me when I'm going down the road. And I lived in a northern state, so it rained a lot, and it got cold. So two of the major things that I had to deal with was the rain and the cold weather. Now, the heater did work, but mind you, a heater can only do so much when you've got a big freaking hole in your roof. And I remember it had the manual crank windows, and I finally got tired of that car and just everything that went on with it, and I ended up selling it to somebody that wanted to turn it into a circle track car. And it kind of broke my heart, because that's what happened to a lot of those cars, a lot of those Monte Carlos and Buicks, is people take the chassis and they turn them into dirt track cars. And there's not a lot of them out there anymore. They don't exist. And the ones that you do see, they're in really pristine condition, go for a decent amount of money. But that car needed a lot of work. And I did a lot of work mechanically, and even some of the work that I did, it was going to have to be redone by somebody else. But that's back before I knew a lot about cars. It's back before I went to tech school. It's back before I gained a lot of the knowledge and experience that I have now for working on cars. But that car, like most people when they're young, was basically a learning experience for me. Basically just learning, as I'm older now, learning what to do and mostly what not to do. So for one, if you're young and you buy a car with no windshield, don't try and do it yourself. Get some help. Ask somebody. I was too proud. I was too stubborn. I thought, oh yeah, I can do this. Boy, was I wrong. So it's okay to ask for help. Don't wing it. Don't take it on yourself if you're unsure. Now that I'm older, when I'm really, really unsure about something, I realize that doing it myself is probably going to have catastrophe, consequences. And I either ask for help or research it myself. But unfortunately, this is back before YouTube existed. This is back before the internet existed. I'm Gen X, so growing up, a lot of the things that we have now, we got to witness and be a part of things actually coming into play when the internet, started up, when YouTube started up, and when all these other, social media things started up. Because growing up in my childhood and my teens and becoming an early adult, a lot of this stuff didn't exist. It wasn't there. So you didn't have a way to go online and ask for help or research things like you do now. But I will say, that is a good thing about everything now, because if you're unsure about something, you can just go online. And I'm sure that somewhere someone has a video and the bugs are going to start attacking me. I live in Texas, and even in the evenings it gets fairly warm. And because I got my garage open and the lights on, I'm starting to get attacked by bugs. Now, I don't mind the bugs. I'm not afraid of them. I just hate it when they hit me in the face. So this was just a quick little story I wanted to share with y'all. Maybe I'll do some more later. I'm still planning on bringing some things to the channel, but like I said, I'm transitioning around from some employment, some departments right now, and I'm doing some kind of self-employed stuff right now to keep things rolling. And who knows, if the self-employed stuff takes off, I may just keep doing that full time. We'll see. So it's been keeping me kind of busy, and I haven't really had a whole lot of time. So, and I'll be posting some more here later on. I'm still working on some other things. The vehicle that I mentioned in the previous video, Mustang platform that I want to bring to my channel and start doing some work to. I'm still doing some planning and some research on that. So there'll be more on that to come later on. But for now, you guys tuned in, thank you. If you haven't already, please subscribe to the channel. I'll share some more stories with you. You guys take care. I'll see you in the next one.